I thought of creating this job application breakdown to show you where we come in and how everything works in the real world. Now this is just a guide, so the actual numbers you see are not real figures, but it's there to showcase a close to real life example of what you will go through during your job application in IT. Let's start at the bottom. The first stage we have is your initial job application. Basically, you read the job description on a company's website or on an online job board and decide to apply and send off your CV. Now there are many people at this stage who will apply to the same role. That's why you see the number 100 on the right hand side, as in the breakdown we are saying 100 people have applied to this role, and these applications will be sifted through by the company's internal recruitment team. So which CVs are going to make it? You can see in the diagram I've pointed out which CVs will have a chance to make it to the next stage. A well-written CV with our Metis certification will easily pass through because you have the certified IT knowledge, the same knowledge that ticks all or majority of the skills listed in the job spec. A well-written CV with voluntary work is just as good because you have that experience, but as I explained earlier, getting that experience in the first place is tough and your knowledge is limited. A good CV without Metis or experience has the chance to get through, but the issue is that you're relying on the low number of applications from those with a Metis certification or voluntary experience in order to have a chance to get through. Don't rely on that. You need to create your own opportunities and take it. And finally, stating the obvious here, if you have a bad CV, you won't get through. After this stage, the number of applicants whittle down from 100 to 30 to proceed to the next part of the process, which is a phone interview. Usually, this is just a call from the company's recruitment team and they will go over some questions on what you know about the company and why you want to work there. As you know, it's expected to do your homework on each company you apply for to help answer these questions. Getting through the phone call should be fairly straightforward. The only reason these numbers may get low is because some people may have other opportunities, or the salary expectations isn't met, or maybe a small test is associated after the call, and those who pass will move forward. Again, your IT knowledge will become handy for this, which you'll gain from us. The number of applicants are further reduced by half, and this is when the hiring manager actually looks at your CV. They're busy people, so they're not going to look at all 100 applicants at the beginning of the application process. Now here's where you notice that just having a good CV won't cut it, and why you hear people stating that they apply to many jobs but keep getting rejected. If you only have a good CV and you're competing with those who have a Metis certification or voluntary work experience, chances are you're not going to make it through. I know from experience in hiring candidates, and they will include job role specific keywords in their CVs. But if you don't back that up with experience or certification to prove your knowledge, it's hard to forward you to the next stage. Finally, you get to the final 10 candidates, or as we say, the final 10%, and hopefully by going through this explanation, you understand how Metis will help you consistently achieve this in your job applications. Now it's up to you to complete these interview stages. There may be one stage, maybe two stages with your hiring manager, and may consist of phone interview, face-to-face interview, and some tests. The advantage is that you have all the IT knowledge you gain from our courses to help you tackle this. You will understand the various terminologies thrown at you and how to tackle scenario-based interview questions. You are giving yourself the best chance to succeed, and if you're always in that top 10% of job applications, you're going to land yourself a job at some point. It's just applying your knowledge and going through each interview experience.